the cities as a whole are not needing, or they are not capable to define a plan, a vision for the example. That happened for political reasons, economic reasons, because urgency giving solutions. But what to do? Is it possible, what I'm coming between earth plans and projects against each other, or we can say that sometimes you have the chance to do certain, what they call general strategy, and that we call plan. Later I'm going to say, for me, a plan is not something rigid. A plan in the 21st century has to have a value, a strategic value. It should not fix everything. That is what is a plan of the city. Should give vision, should give the hope of the city in the future. What are the main trends for the city? But not fix everything, otherwise it's just a point. The question is the change of the image, but the other important question is the change of the structure of the city. In this upper part, the city was very much based on the edges, the economy was on the edges, and the center was the place where housing, economic activity. Today, in this city that is Manhattan, the residential, the value of the residential is following the edges. And the center is where you have the downtown. In your system, you have an articulation of pieces that make also the frontage more interesting, because you see one part, you don't see the other. Manhattan is flat. Everything is seen in one shot, everything. And I think this is an advantage. And probably that's because of the topography, explains why you don't have a single imposing, even that you have some detailed grids. But as a matter of fact, it seems that in your geometry it's still very much vertical only. It seems to me that we need both. We need plans and projects. And every city knows what is first and what is second. We can say all the cities in the world have a plan today. All. Could be 20 years old, could be more interesting or less interesting, but the plan is there. What we need today is clarify the strategy. And the strategy means establish certain principles or certain ideas that can be communicated. I think it's very important that the strategy of the city also is shared by the stakeholders, but also by the citizens. Everybody wants hope. Even the people that they are in the slums. I mean, the slums in your city are important, but we have to keep in mind that many cities, when they have big development, they have the slums. Always, even I show in Barcelona. I'm sure that some of you visit Barcelona, never seen the slums, but they were the slums, and the slums being transformed and being improved. And today there is no one single slum, fortunately. You have people poorer and the richer. I mean, that's going to be always. But this situation, but the way of solving that means creating and using properly the opportunities of the city. If you don't use properly the opportunities, you miss the chance. Right? Because the opportunities you get, they can create a lot of space and room also for housing, and for housing of different types. Right? We discussed today, and I think Panjak was very clear about that. Probably you have, like everywhere, the slums is an expression that tends to put everything, all the poor together. There are many different types of slums. There are people that they need dwelling, but also working place. I forget to mention on the initial project that was housing, it was individual working place. What we did is lifting the dwelling. We put parking behind, and to avoid to see the parking, we put space next to the front of the building that is a small workshop. That allows that somebody that wants that, they have the workshop and they have the dwelling. They do the whole thing. 30 square meters workshop is nothing, but it's a lot for somebody that needs this space, because some of you probably you work at home. I work at home personally. I have my office, but when I do something important, if I prepare my speech here, I do at home, not in the office. That means something in a way that I feel that the question of thinking that dwelling and working is an element important. It's not only talking about the poor, it's talking about many people that they like to do this type of activities or hobby or activities like that.
Just to imagine that perhaps the solution for also the housing is not only one. Well, you need to build dwelling in numbers, that's true, but you need also to produce other type of spaces. Location is always very important. For some of these people, it's more important the location than the number of square meters. I mean, those are the question, just to imagine that the solution is not only the traditional solution, then sometimes in Europe we make a mistake. And a mistake, we built thousands, we've been involved in one project in the north of France where we were called to demolish 1,000 dwellings. That was our mission. The state said, you just demolish, tell us what to do. No. Let's see what are the needs for that and how we, in the end, we demolished 10% only, and the others being refurbished, reactivated, ground floors open. I mean, these type of things can allow many things to happen. Just to conclude then, we need both plans and projects. Today I was very much defending this idea of the urban project as a tool at intermediate scale that is very, very powerful. But to make a urban project doesn't mean that I confine my project into these limits. I have to make the hypothesis how it works, this thing in Dell, how it will be wider. Otherwise, the people don't believe that this project is also for the community. It's always like a small plot, a bigger plot. Then the projects at the intermediate scale should ensure this condition or this coherence with the city, but at the same time is only at the intermediate scale that you can provide the innovative spaces for the city. We have to imagine that the people want to find spaces that they are new, nice, and they can be proud, and they can show these spaces. I think the idea of newness is very important in our job. Today the people like gardens that you can do many things in these gardens on these parks. I saw a beautiful park next door, which in fact is a green, it's a beautiful place. It's a place that allows you to do many things. That is very important. Before I was saying, when we go to the park today, it's not just to stand and to look each other. That was in the 100 years ago. We go to the park to run, to do things, to do sport, to go with the kids and their football. I mean, so there are different ways that they are introducing to that. And then to imagine how from that we can do also a contribution that belongs to this urban project, but offers to the rest of the citizens something with ambition. I think that's very important. And we have to try to do that. You have to try to develop these type of things, to do some examples, because then even the market forces, they will discover that that could be a value for them. The market only follows when there is a benefit or an easy way to sell the things. Why not? I mean, this is where the market is in always this way. But then we have to produce these elements, and it's up to us to be able to be imaginative enough to produce these type of things. And I think that happened in many cities, and why not in some of your opportunities you can have this. Thank you very much.